For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change, they get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hey, 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 voices come. Credibility, now we ability. News, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, God begin the security power. You can call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God begin, let's get the power. You can call on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change, they get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, hey, voices come. Credibility, now we ability. News, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. answer. Human them, God begin the security power. You can call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God picking the security power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, God begin the security power. He the color we come to me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.
You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, with a stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also on our website, where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring the program come to you this Tuesday morning. Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Well, inside this edition of the Breakfast Show, when at Tuesday, the 3rd day of June, 2025, if you don't follow the news, the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs we don't announce say cabinet we don't agree for let them create new districts when a Bandajuma we go for affect Bo and Pujehun and Kpanguma we go affect Kenema and Kailahun and serve cabinet greasy then for divide Freetown rural into 3 and declare the side where the Freetown International Airport Day as a new city. Well, how cabinet reached to then conclusion here? Now that's what we discuss inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
Well, this and plenty other story them, then are the program for you. Members say the term, for the very first time when the public hear this, now during the Civic Day where the Ministry of Information and Civic Education be all side and be host the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs where na Tamba Lamina also make this pronouncement. And one party people will be first react to the main opposition APC party will pull a press release and we will talk to them our subsequent programs them about them position. But today for the very first time, now a pleasure for host the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs where na the Honorable Tamba Lamina. Good morning, Mr. Lamina, and welcome to the Liberty Studio.
Good morning to you too, and good morning, Sierra Leoneans. My pleasure for dinner.
All right, thank you very much. That's the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs, Tamba Lamina. We've been tell the public say cabinets don't agree for let them create their new city there. So how they reach to this conclusion, waiting na be the reason we prompt a ministry where they in charge of local government and community affairs for carry this paper na cabinet for approval. All of that you go know inside the program this morning. And self in case you get question for Tamba Lamina, send them to the number +23274 200 545. You can as well text we in the comment section at any of the platform them where they watch we. The Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs go respond to all on our comments and concerns them later on inside the program. As today they can't tell we the reason them we make government fee say them for create new cities and also new districts that will go affect some certain area them na Kenema and Pujehun. Now that's what they discuss inside the program this morning.
All right. Well, before we can talk to the minister, let we just quickly go get an update. If you don't follow the news, early Sunday morning, news being reached the public say 3-story building being for them na Kamayama na the Lumley community. Let we just watch as David Yankesi and the team bingo wakade forget the latest updates regarding this incident. We happen after that we go can talk to the minister shortly.
All right, viewers, this na Liberty Online Television. Today, Liberty Online Television, Kawaka, na the Pentagon community, also an incident happened with 3-story photo, and of course, as you see from the back. Well, for sake of this, make we can also for can talk to people, especially people who be around them, and tell we exactly what's happened, how comes the host photo. Eyewitness will be witness, then tell we waiting at the reason we make this host photo.
So this yesterday morning now, we call the contractor, tell and say this OCR, he shake this last night. He say, but the pillar, what they see on the pillar, they don't compress, the pillar don't split. Now he tell and say, he say, I have been afraid. Now he can see, now he say, well, more we go car block there, make them put the block there, right round, for making go jam up, so that then we take and select, the block will safe, will make the host safe. So now what the pinna lady there. So now do be the part. But I've try for explain the contractor now. Tell and say this pillar it depend plate so the way na the work na so the plate. But then save the plaster, na so the plaster the for down. I didn't put the plaster, so the plaster the for down. So like maybe they try for shout to me no more say let me go take the block. Like try for talk to guy they shout to me say let me go take the block. They will my back give up. I will for go take me the block. As we go take the block, they work now. As we can pin the block near my friend. As we pin the block then. As we come on I do. I go snap na do that at all na the house. I begin watch am. I say this was na shake the shake or not to shake the shake. Now in the staff now, we don't say the host don't compress. Now begin take now the stick there, they put under the host. They take the stick, they put under the host for make the host not fall down. Yeah. So like now me go snap, me go na do now. As I reach a junction, now you look something fall down. But like I be the one I be facing a mosquito don't lose break. I be the one I be the watch and don't say na the host be fall down. Now the host fall down. So like when the host fall down, they come. As the host fall down, me could be the right up by the second floor. And the second to last, and the last floor now with the zinc and go back so, and from Western India now take down and go back so. Now me could not know. I see the host for down, now in come inside the host. We call him brother, say something that happened. The host don't broke. After that now, the two workmen back will be the woke up the plaster. Then back as the host they come down, as it catch this pan in heights. Now then back jump up this pan in zinc. So the other three the back will be done. So the one in any give the motor. They already give the motor now. In back block now come on in nakaya now in come out of the place. So the two there now will be the work under the host now. Then now and now with the thing cost now as since say let me win no day. But the other the workman wouldn't pull out and the contractor the workman wouldn't pull out the select and just start like with the host and broke. Be the try for one go up back by the step because I did a meter a little. If the try for go back. Yes. But the contractor now in the meter near the motor. First one be the try for pull out. They say in call people and say he did it but the place dark, it feel hot, make them try for open for idea light. So like that family I be go left me on cool now hospital will be the can now and call and tell and say contractor not die it. Now say well okay God thank you. But then the try for pull out now. But the theater broke, the floor, you have to broke, then they be the knock am. I didn't understand. By then 10 now. By then 1 to 2 pound. I didn't the machine can pull and safe. The machine can pull them. Then I see the machine can safe. You know to say I meet the bubble. I will go the first pull before them pull them. By then 2. By then 1 to 2 minutes left. And the machine would see them and pull them.
So in total, how many people them they live in this house?
How many people them they live here? Total them the many say them 2. The one with the up, you get 1 room. Then the one with the middle. Now them they live this. So the one with the middle in a weekend it can come. Now any Sunday, but yesterday when it come, now it come it this year happen. In back not be no supposed to happen.
How far for this house and the unfinished house?
No. In the contract, I start for building from down. Now concrete back save the compound. Now start for building from down to go up. So like where the floor, where the ground self don't begin dig because all toilets they under. So now they don't pin the one pillar. The one pillar. The one pillar now in the sky for bed, the place don't dig. Now I could tell and I say that not will happen there. And the is the host, if you don't say that 1, as we say it's 1. You say well Alex, they put 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 self, no problem. So now they advise it. I made the instate 3. The is not 3. We don't know it's 3 now, but good people begin to comment now say, them pillar they're small. From the start now maybe the guys tell you contractor. But like they take and say, me no get knowledge for the work, me no get nothing I made for the work. So like anybody who can give comments, anybody who can give comments. Now then they left up and say this happen. The 7 and 8 now they down the floor, down the house where them be the work now they to die. One workman with the contractor.
So the man they really try because they be the work bim, they be the try manpower because they call for machine. They say the government machine on maintenance. So government machine will come. So this man gentle, ain't out to caterpillar net by the 9 o'clock. Now the only machine come. They can pull the body because the other body na manpower they don't make it on come. So the contractor now be saying get the work. Now in the under in also in day manpower try to enable.
Actually this thing around 2 something just after come up pray. They meet in a shop here. Suddenly we get a news say a house on collapse. And the also collapse. Now one of the key stakeholders in a Pentagon where that family they get onto about 3, 4, 5 houses in this community. Now a very great people we make all wash go there. We go see the scene, really see a vehicle finish brand new jeep because him pack down na the building, and as well as the people in back we go work there, we get for ask some more people who dey inside the house. They even tell we say the man of himself when in your brother get you house, he said bidede. But then I try to see the man, he been get a serious pain. Now we will help now, we lead them to the police vehicle, and they then go to an emergency. But then the other bobo then because they 6 bidede, and the other bobo then fortunately them be out, they able to escape from the scene, as well as the contractor when Mustafa Bunduka in bidede with you main bobo na the job right in the building. So when the building collapsed, them they inside while others them don't come out, to them not be able to get rid of them. That been bring even myself I provide shovels, pickaxe, we go fight for more able pull them people here, unable at all because we need the machinery. That was the area also everybody they cry. So automatically we go for things so for call fire force. They will decide for call fire force. Fire force will call them, fire force and then connect we now. And try for call gentle then get out. By then we will try for get you honorable where they are. The honorable immediate permitting by then. But instead of make an effort for communication with all them people here for me able to rescue them people here. Because after where this accident be occur, we've been getting information for say the man will be there, but they call and he be they talk with people there. So we need a rescue for make their life here not for being go. But you know how Saturday and the thing fall on Sunday. While so many offices nobody operate. So the time for call, like gentle say the machines are there, but drivers are not there. So we left the fight at last around 7 to 8 o'clock at night, where even the rescue team of the soldiers been come and the police together. Later we will see them machine here come. We gentle insist be there part of Winaya for rescue them people here. But very unfortunately, after all the struggles, we will open the place now, them 2 lives and they will lost them. The only thing we will advise the government for make sure them act on this kind of issues there. It don't happen here before last year. I want to this time now every year they get short problem. Government for even OPI how in the building who's there. Now then ill there.
That time the voices of people where they in this community will be witness outside this incident happened. The 3-story building will collapse. Now the Pentagon community, and of course this now waiting they don't say the reason we make the house collapse, and of course outside then say where this incident happened, 2 people then lost their life, when 2 men they lost their life, and of course they not call on government and relevant authorities and for ensure say them prevent the Pasmak house collapse in the country, because a lot of time they don't see outside house and not collapse, people themselves don't they lost their life and property themselves don't they destroy. And of course they draw the attention of government and other relevant authorities and for them ensure say then tap the Pasmak way how house then they collapse in the country. This na Liberty Online Television, and me will bring up this report. Me na David KCC.
All right, well, from the Pentagon community, Nakamayama, Osai has been collapsed and kill at least 1 person. We can now in a studio and we can talk to the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs, Tamba Lamina. We can tell we waiting at the reason them we make governments they plan for create new districts and cities them. And for the very first time we make this announcement, Namoyamba, a lot of people get concerned, especially the main opposition, APC party, we been pull a press release where it go address data inside the program. Good morning one more time, Mr. Lamina, and welcome again to the Liberty Studios.
Good morning, Khadija, and good morning, Mabel. Again, a pleasure for there.
All right, just take we through some of the reason them. A clear now say you say cabinet do approve for create new districts and cities them. Lungi na one pan them, western area rural na another one. What are some of the reasons them will make you feel say you for put together a cabinet paper and go present in a cabinet before we reach to the approval?
Well, thank you very much. Ms. Salon Fambu them, I'll just take you back a little bit. The current form of local governance we'll get now 21 years old. It starts around 2004 with the 2004 Local Government Act. Then now we're there in 2025. That act there, it make various prescriptions. We bring you very far, and there was a need for law review that act there. We reviewed the Act in 2022 and Parliament passed them. It became the new refreshed Act for local governance. That Act day, now in the guide we, with regards to how the ways of travel, anything we want to do, the responsibilities, the functions of various entities within local governance. This is not to the first term where new councils have been established. This is not to the first term where new localities have been established. The commentary from various sides regarding whether we follow due process or whether I get the right for actually make the announcement in there. Fambu may get the benefit of having stayed in one ministry for nearly 6 years. And during that tenure day, I don't travel all over this country. This country gets 190 chiefdoms, and currently we get 22 local councils. Now they work with them local councils as a supervisory entity. And now they interact with them. Now they know how they function and what kind of challenges then they get. So now we go able for actually determine as to whether changes that need for happen structurally or even for adjust some functions. From them, for some time now, various governments they don't think, but the fact say Freetown is quite large. This not only start with we. I get His Excellency the former President and by Kpanguma in speech we make in Parliament in 2012. Wusai stated very clearly the intention of wanting to establish new localities, and not only that, but also for split Freetown. And I want for Fambu and give me small time for I read them verbatim, although it in English. Point 88 on deepening decentralization. The former president been saying, we shall reform the structure of municipal governance by the creation of new area councils within the city of Freetown with appropriate functional assignments and revenue assignment between the area councils and the Greater Freetown City Council. Similarly, growing peri-urban towns exhibiting incoherent growth will be upgraded to town councils to prepare them for city status in the medium term. Consequently, all existing local council boundaries shall be reviewed and criteria will be set for the establishment of new town councils. If I'm going to read the whole extract, there are so many things the former government been intend for do, where they not be able to do, where we actually able for do them. This extract I just read out so, it actually point out to the fact say, government go, government come. They may not realize the need for actually do what we don't pronounce so now as government. When you say what lead me for request the review of locality boundaries and the establishment of new boundaries, I want for state say the one most important thing about local governance now for let them the people then they directly in touch, very connected to the governance structure. We get a system right now wherein the local councils are very far off, especially within the western area. Then they're very far off from the people them. If we talk about Freetown City Council, Freetown City get a wide expanse going right up to the east end. If the east end people they feel what in Freetown City Council they do, very minimal. I want to also say Western Rural District, where if you look at the topography of Western Rural District and how it is, you will realize, and I make even the chairman, the current chairman of Western Rural District, in we own conversation, he been not advised a long time. He said, Minister, he said, we have to look at this thing. For let we try for create new councils. And again, when we look at planning and development, the more closer you date to the people and the locality smaller, the more you will able to plan for that locality there and do a lot of things for that locality. What about revenue mobilization? Since 2004, one go believe now say the state, after 21, 22 years of local governance, a city like Freetown, they not for be reliant on central government transfers for certain things then. Because when you say they get devolved functions and some of the things in terms of raising revenue, clearly you go understand say then they are quite endowed for raise more revenue for address some of the service delivery issues in the localities. We believe say the smaller the council day, the more it will get outreach. People then they talk say, oh, this is not employment business. Yes, if at all it brings about employment, then so may it be, as long as it is efficient and we make sure say effective. And if the council actually able to produce the results, especially in mobilizing revenue, then a lot of things and when the council they no go sit down and talk say, let's rely on central government. Additionally, when you look at security issues, they're mainly couched around localities for enhanced security in the area, also for attract more development. I'll give you an example. In 2016, 2017, the former government been actually established 2 localities or districts. Districts of Falaba and districts of Karine. Then 2 districts Dende. Yes, after this government took over in 2018, there was nothing there to write home about because of the preparation. The current preparation, what would they try for do? Nine of them fail for do that 10 day. What to make her bring this come out to the public is that we're there in engagement with the public. And I go begin talk to people and say, oh, now this one do, now this one do, without to know, come and make the people aware. Say, this is what we're about to do, and for letting people then get buy-in into the whole thing. We don't make the announcement, it's a proposal we took to cabinet, and cabinet approved that proposal. But the proclamation comes from the president. In terms of if then waiting of everything, we don't done, then obviously the president will make proclamation for say, yes, this is the way it's going to go. But these proposals, we firmly believe say, when you think of the areas that we don't look at, you look at Lungi, an emerging place. We believe say, get the quite endowed for suck some of the excess population who will get inside Freetown. If that place they become expanded. If you go Lungi right now, even the last time I go there, I say, this place don't develop. If we get city status, it will attract a lot of other things for coming. And when we talk about development, if you say no more say, pass you get all team before you move and plan and whatever. You plan, then you find the resource and make sure say things that happen.
You refer to the statement of the former president and also the decision where during a regime them been take for create 2 new districts them. Is it that now a continuation of some of the things them way under informal administration them been proposed or them been start now you want for longer continue it?
Well, government everywhere when you want to develop a country, now continuity. You take stock of Usai the other one they left and see what they not do and try for improve on her. That is what development is all about. Opposing just for the sake of opposing. When this excerpt, where I don't just quote, they clearly state say, you cannot be a hypocrite. This is on the from the past. The former government been get intention for do them, they're not able to achieve them. It doesn't mean that if this government they try for achieve now, you have to oppose it. The fact should be, or what we're all aiming at, is how we for join hand for make sure say we'll get this going positively for the interest of Mama Saloon. Because I believe say Mama Saloon, 9 for B, we main interest. When you oppose constructively. When I read clearly waiting come out from the opposition, I said, well, then duty now for oppose. But when you look at you reference this, which I don't read so, it actually say it's very hypocritical. Now, I see then the hide behind that in the note of the minister we were supposed to make that announcement. We don't tell us say we don't get proposal, cabinet don't approve, and at the end of the day, we are now going round. Just like I did, I inform the people, but there's no requirement in the law for say you get for do consultation. It is a presidential prerogative for establish localities. And how you go do that? Now based on some of them factors that I don't mention in terms of the consideration and waiting we feel say go enhance service delivery. Now then areas then they people then they quote the law. You see law no mix constituency and whatever law, electoral laws, and waiting with the try for do right now. There's a huge difference. For we don't rely on Section 2.2 of the Local Government Act, and also before even with the get presidential system, Cap 60 of the Provincial Act before now, where they give the president that power they for do order. And after that, you go through the various processes. We don't tell us, say, oh, this don't become whatever. We are telling you that this is what cabinet has approved. We are going out there for inform the people and with the follow due process. Just as what they do so right now.
Mr. Minister, let me look at the timeliness of all of this. Like you referenced the former president Kuruma partner in statement or speech where be make this time the intention way in government being get said and be one for create the new cities here, but time not been there. Let me look at the timeliness of all of this. Why it gets for take government 7 years before una one for implement that continuity in governance where you make mention of? Why now?
Well, a very important say where government come na power. It never takes stock of a lot of issues. And there are so many other priorities. And then priorities, and they would attend to them one at a time. Critically, during President Bo in first term, the focus was on education and for make sure say we do what is necessary around that time. This time round, we look at various other issues. We don't talk about agriculture, so the people they embrace farming so that employment will increase and we're able to feed yourself. But also governance reform. Now, one of the things that President Bo been talked about for a second term. And that governance reform will don't come a very long way. And this is one part of governance reform. So you not just be say the timeliness, we just wait. We have been a very responsible government. We take one thing at a time and we consider issues very thoroughly before we come out and make any announcement or pronouncement. And we believe say there's no other better time for law to do this because we get for plan. What will they try for talk about so? They come even into practice, now preparations they will get for do, so that after the 2028 election, then structures they are, them go down there now, forget them people and they for day in. So clearly, we got for plan. We get some time for go, obviously. Now that make the better for law try for address the issues and they now and let the opposition, let them join we for let we get this big achievement. Clearly, it's not just about opposition. It is about what makes it better. Even the people that are Lungi, they go glad for now. They go tell us, this Lungi don't get team up now in a position where before say it will attract a lot of things coming to Lungi. And Freetown specifically. When you have Freetown divided into two areas, I tell you, posterity will judge us for say, this is the best decision we made. Lord, look at international best practice. Most cities in the world, then get so many localities within the city in order for make sure say service delivery they closer to the people. Now you go closer to Guinea, you go Ghana, you go Kenya. So it's not strange. It's not to we one way no more. You go to London, you go to England, you get so many boroughs.
Mr. Minister, let's take you back to around 2017, the time where the then APC government they proposed this same thing for create 2 new districts in Karine and the other one. By then, Mina be reporter in Parliament, and now the current Speaker of Parliament, Honorable Sengeper Thomas, by then a member of Parliament, they represent Bond. Now, the one people will be really vocal on that particular debate day. And for it be believed, say, all of this come up because of gerrymandering. The government by then be want for use them for manipulate electoral boundaries. And this government by then be in opposition. They be criticized them so strongly. Why is it that all time, una politician them, una they scared of new constituencies or new boundaries or new districts?
Well, I believe say we are not scared. I believe say na the genuineness of waiting people then they do, and how them bring come people then within the fold for make sure say things that happen. When you state say at that time there were concerns, of course people then go raise eyebrows rightfully. We don't oppose say people don't go raise eyebrows. Now the issues of really how you articulate that to the public, as if now one big bad thing people then don't do. Where before say you go call people that out for can demonstrate or whatever, you know, go sit by and make threatening, inciting statements. No, it's legal. If it was illegal, then obviously you understand the stance you get for take. When an opposition is opposing, oppose constructively. And do you research well for, say, the platform where you stand on, you go able for defend that. Well, at this stage, the kind of opposition where they come from this, I believe, say, then self them go tire. Because at the end of the day, this is not for the benefit of Sierra Leoneans, and this is not for the benefit of everybody, and posterity will judge us for that.
Then go tire. Is it that you're not open to consultation? You're not ready for take any feedback? You don't make this proposal for you, not just a proposal. It's up to His Excellency the President for make the proclamation guided by the relevant section of the Constitution. But you say then go tire. Is it that you're not willing or ready for listening to any dissenting views?
No. Oh no. We government now a very democratic government, and include the opposition. We always listen to the opposition, and we learn things that we will need for learn from them for the betterment of this country. We are very open. Right now, even the conversation will take place, so it will shape the final decision of waiting go happen in the end. But we believe, say, this is a process within the next 1 month. We engage, and this level of engagement will they do so is critical to what the final thing will be. Even go inform the parliamentarians, then the representatives, for say this now one good thing where this government don't bring come for long moves along go before. So we're open. We're having conversations.
If this is not a developmental initiative, the decision for choose the parts them, for example, we forget additional districts. We look at Bo and Pujehun Districts, Usai Bandajuma go get for the Kenema and Kailahun Kpanguma go get for this decision of the choice of areas usai the split here for the districts, for example. Nadena the most underdeveloped and most populated we make una decide say na yeah we for split.
Some of those are very good. What you don't say in terms of whether they're the most underdeveloped or whatever. The underdevelopment to far to rich areas, of course, are widely spread, and everybody accepts that. When you think about a place like Falaba, Mongo becoming the headquarter, in for fine follow on a good day, we prior to now, and we don't become a district headquarter. And when you go there now, first the way you go there, you don't find it even difficult for find place for sleep. Most times you go past, you come back, you can't sleep enough. But now you go, you see guest houses, then they rise, various government structures, then they come up, partners, then they develop various other things. Then, so then don't they come out? If you go to Kamakwe, you find the same thing in terms of whatever is happening. And once you don't determine, government don't determine, say this is what is going to happen, you drive your priorities towards that determination the way we don't make. Roads, in terms of the connectivity to these areas, the feeder roads, the way they go for Brinkam in terms of connecting these areas. And when you think of the population, people will say, oh, population, you go for... Yes, population is important, but it's not the end all of the determination of what we will try for top what.
Factors them will lead to that specific areas for be divided.
Access is important in terms of people connected to whatever it is. And again, it's informed by historical sketch. Then district, then they may exist before. And again, when you look at them, you go observe, say, the population size, and when the people the areas they try, the chiefdoms they try for bring together in order for let them form then district, then they and go be more connected in terms of moving their own development before, and even with the belief say that connectivity they go help the general development of even the areas that will go for peel off. Follow we are to the other side as well.
Now we kind of Western area rural. What they inform you for propose say you need for government need for divide them into more cities?
The three areas we don't propose. Again, just like I say, Freetown, the topography of Freetown, the geographical makeup of Freetown, it can be very challenging for any one entity for label. When you think about Waterloo, how Waterloo don't expand, and that environs the way they are around till you go closer to Kuya. You think about the peninsula, the long spread, moving around, all the villages moving around. And you can't begin thinking about the mountain. You begin thinking about Regent, and all the other areas. For now, we firmly believe, say, based on the geographical setup of these areas, then go benefit more for service delivery if we make her into three area councils. And frankly, when you think about some of the things and way they expose local governance a lot, especially sanitation, go in and talk about local governance is sometimes it just aligned to sanitation. Oh, the place dirty, the place this, the place that. Planning issues have been very difficult over a long period of time. Government come in, government come go out. And that, obviously, not the help with sanitation issues. But again, if you get too many demands on a specific local council, mainly the amount of areas that we really get for go. And also people then go say, oh, now the resources now you need for Brinkam. But those resources can be generated as well within the locality in terms of mobilizing revenue. If you don't divide them, then go get smaller chunks for deal with. And I feel say go increase them capacity for let them able for mobilizing revenue then they.
You get anything for those overcrowding?
Well, population are one major issue. But again, where you see government on the things a lot get on other cities, as we think about Waterloo, we think about now we are thinking about Lungi and all of that. We believe, say, with time, these areas they're going to suck people out. And maybe, frankly, tell you, say, if I have the opportunity of having a job in Lungi, I would prefer for the inside Lungi than
because
Arena.
I ask if you get anything for those overcrowding, because data for don't day, when they inform you, say, this place is overcrowded, we need for divide them.
We got data.
Whose data?
We got data where obviously where they use the midterm census. And when I talk about this, even though say the midterm census, we forget about the midterm census. Let's think about the previous census self.
Because if you are using the midterm census, that take you back to the controversy surrounding the midterm census. Even international partner, them not be acknowledged that midterm census will be make at some point World Bank being back out of them funding. But the government of Salon say, we want it, we will fund it, and it happen. And that data they from that particular midterm census, if I inform you for propose say need for create new cities from western area rural, how authentic is it?
The authenticity of that is based on the pronouncement of the former president, Anas Kpanguma, in 2012. 2012. We are doing this in 2025.
But you need to use 2012 data.
No, at the time, what are they trying for say, Khadija?
Midterm census inform you.
No, what are they trying for say, Khadija, is that if it was good then to do it, but it wasn't done.
So it's good now?
It's good now. Because the population has steadily increased from that thing. So if you get that as a standing point, I make they always say in 2012, the former government don't make the decision say they want for do it, they do so. So if you have been based on that census been there by that 10 day, and now we don't get more population increase, then it's very clear say by now it's as good as it was then. So that argument they say, oh, you go for rely on whatever, but we're a country. And we go for, you know, our decisions not to we don't work with international partners. But government get for do what government need for do. It not mean say because we are working together and we are reliant, we are working in partnership, and that means we have to be dictated to in terms of what we should be doing. No. Government know waiting good for them people. Now make them elect them. President Bio was elected on a mandate. And that mandate now they try for fulfill so right now.
Currently, I guess governments are aware of the kind constraints where the economy they go through as it is now. Already complaints and the people and even they struggle forget developments at different parts where the government's ability for put together. And we not get any latest figure yet from statistics Sierra Leone we can do your own census. But if you look at the population, Salon population are one we always want to refer to, not to this kind of country way big, that kind big. If you look at the latest data from the United Nations, the Worldometer are just slightly over 8 million with population done day as it is. And it's about international partners. How realistic this plan for government for divide day we take into consideration? We not even get what it take currently for feed we save as it is, but we want for divide the districts how then they currently. How realistic this be?
Well, the alignment of whether we know able to feed ourselves and whether we need for create localities. Somehow I not see how they match.
Because creating not a magic, it's good for take resources.
Of course.
For all the one that we go for go work outside and go for go work, there is already constraints already on the national budget. So taking into consideration all of them things that you want for create, it needs resources. How it go for happen?
Well, the way we get for happen, government always when we plan ahead. We plan ahead and mobilize resources. Now, so government and the work, all sides of the world. You plan, you mobilize resources. Yeah? Even the one that's ever in a first world country then get deficits. Then they trust money. Then they mobilize revenue. Then they work with partners in order for the various challenges. It is about the complexities where we get. He says Salone not big. Salone big. Because when you want for begin move around Salone, now you don't say Salone big. Of course you go say, well, maybe in our road business, a lot of roads have been developed now for connect district to district. And a lot of work has gone on in terms of whether for developed schools, in terms of whether it's hospitals, and that work they still continue. Rome was not built in a day. And Kadija, we there today, except we there till we done. We're not going to do all the things that we want to accomplish for Salone. But what's very important, now we'll get a focused planning so that for tomorrow, posterity go judge we. I remember why they go school, I always they talk this. Why they go school, I think so I've been there probably around from 5. Where Nigeria, they may decide, say, then they move the city from Lagos to Abuja. Man say, oh, we don't get the resources. We don't get the resources, and all that argument was everywhere. They read on a West African newspaper, and all that in the knee. Look at what it is now. You aspire. And you forget positive considerations. The governments have to think big. If we don't, we're going to become that small nation. Well, just because we say we want to establish Lungi, we want to establish 2 districts, that becomes a challenge or a difficulty.
So inside these 3 years we left of President's bill, buy and take, is it possible for achieve waiting una wants when are the idea behind establishing a new district and city?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now that make we don't start.
What's the roadmap? How do you plan
well,
like
currently,
resources already don't be secured? We wanna sure say this whatever the circumstance it go get for happen inside the next 3 years. Then districts here go get for be established and developments go don't reach there. How the roadmap sound like?
Fantastic. Currently, we work with Ministry of Finance. We work with Statistics Sierra Leone for look at all the mappings and how things then get for happen. We go engage, we engage with people then for inform them say this now they happen, critical stakeholders, civil society, all that kind of thing. And once we finish that day, we'll come back and report to His Excellency, say this is what is we've done. Then following that, with the hope say His Excellency will do a proclamation, and that proclamation will be laid. And when it's laid, 21 days it takes there. Then the job starts in earnest in terms of whatever it is. Clearly, we personally believe, see, in terms of planning, of course, we have to find homes for these councils. Homes, and every council get the number of people we get for work inside the council. Then they most times the core staff now 14 people. You talk about even at the councillors them, once you don't peel off the councillors, then get for reduce at the other area, they move go to the other area. So it's not, you're not looking for an increase in terms of councillors, and you're not looking at an increase in terms of members of parliament. Locally, the council will determine exactly what are the local needs, and based on the revenue they're able to mobilize, then we're able to recruit local staff for do some other things than within the various localities. But it's not job in progress.
In the event His Excellency make this proclamation, 21 days, it become effective, when I begin work small, creating the new districts and cities there comes with a responsibility. Because a new area, the women say the people who go for move go there, they need development things then like good roads, healthcare facility, water, school, and a whole lot of things then. How government's going to ensure say all of them things there so be available for the people?
Khadija, these areas are already localities in Sierra Leone. They are already part of various districts. We dey talk say for efficiency and for effectiveness and for service delivery. It's not that these places are neglected. They still get clinics, they still get schools, they still get all that in there. We believe say when you bring them together, then we will work more together for improve themselves and for increased development at the area. So it's not like you go create a new space. Of course, The demarcation obviously will include new spaces because obviously they go for expand. But clearly it's not like you go you create a new space there, you go for go put this building there, you go for do that and that, all that. What we're doing is that for the sake of efficiency and for the sake of future growth, because this is all about the future, we believe, say, if you demarcate the area that here, like it is currently in Falaba, I don't tell anybody growth, how the road don't go there. The road to Falaba, thank God, it's happening. Hopefully, road to Kamakwe, it will happen, because clearly, you see, another other country, then they call it leveling up. You bring them places and they come up. Because it's very important for let everybody feel part of governance. Let no be for say no more say the person they far away under. We cannot be decentralizing and with the talk say with the deep in decentralization and with the create monster entities. To me, the current Freetown City Council as it is a monster entity, because clearly it is not going to be able or not able to fulfill the mandate, because they're able to generate the resources where they are endowed with. Western Rural District, they're able to generate the resources they are endowed with, and these are the biggest councils we have currently. We believe, say, by partitioning it into various smaller chunks, that even for the supervising ministry will give you more chance for even supervise them better. That's not the journey we don't try for undertake. We ask us Religians, this is very genuine on our part, and this is pro-development. This is not for me. This is not for you where they oppose. This is about moving Salongo before. Salongo for move go before. And these are some of the ways that we say the governance structures the need for change.
Like you say, inside the next 1 month, now go for the consults, they reach out to people in an event where this consultation happens, say the views of the people come say, we don't want this now. Waiting go get for happen.
No, we don't consult. We engage.
So the engagement, if the engagement can happen, say feedbacks come from the public.
There is a proposal. I want for trust say, this proposal who they can go, who they talk say, this is what it is, this is what cabinet has approved. I tell you, there's nowhere where I announce this, society people don't know the clap and so really say this is
informing the people, because if cabinet don't approve,
it's about informing.
It means we just inform and now say these are coming.
It's about informing and also making sure that we tweak it to the best possible way if the need arises.
Mr. Minister, what you go say to somebody who might get the fear, say probably this whole decision now for gerrymandering purposes, for puts the SLPP at advantage ahead of the next elections?
Well, I will say not to the reason that, because I don't give you the reasons. I don't give the reasons as to why we do that. And it's, if we they sorry, I get small cold. If we look at Freetown City, we look at Western Rural District. These are areas that are the opposition saying are their stronghold. If you look at Lungi, likewise, and we try for enhanced development in the areas, and then just go for come for kind embrace we follow move things and go before. Because it's for the best. And when people they receive services in that area, they need them gladly. We believe say it is far from it. It is not about gerrymandering at all. When you talk about gerrymandering and all that thing, then we begin create probably new constituencies and all that. But this has got nothing to do with constituencies for parliament or so forth.
Still on the issue of this realistic of this decision, Mr. Minister, I believe say if you go out there ask any Sierra Leonean and go still concerned on how sure on a say facilities then go for reach out no sooner than districts here be established. Because if you take for example, we get district headquarter towns, we get other cities them, but then still a kind of Freetown forget facilities them we suppose for the under then can be dissolved just on paper, but when you go, you know the meet thing then they happen there. So waiting at the assurance where the public will get say this will be a solution to some of the constraints and they when an outstanding one then we don't did it for decades.
Again, just as I say, this is work in progress. And, you know, when people then say Rome, not one day then be Rome, they start. Most of the areas and they all they grow up, not as Salome though, but Salome don't change. As they move before, now so we serve the things and they move as time they go. When you plan before, the likelihood of you becoming very successful is great. If you not plan, then you set yourself for fail. And we not to the government, we not go plan. Waiting with the plan so we feel the best thing in terms of aligning some of these councils and also then district here. I don't go into clear examples about Falaba doesn't have it all right now. Kamakwe doesn't have it all right now, but then they move gradually. I don't talk and say not to say Salome in the trade. Clearly, right now we are moving, even though we get all the challenges as a nation. But we're not going to beat yourself to that extent. The Salome with the move, and with the move with the times, and what we feel in terms of structurally how we need for make the adjustment them for a better future. Now that government therefore, and that not the decision government don't take, and we are moving it.
Let me get a picture of how Freetown rural will now for divide get for Tanlek. How we go get for Tanlek?
Well, on a presidential proclamation.
But now you propose, Mr. Minister.
No,
what's in the proposal you send? What you send?
You just propose to His Excellency. Now, what's in the inside your proposal? So you don't picture everything with the team of experts. Then, now the minister before you send the proposal. To
I will left that for let His Excellency declare that. Do ya? I will leave that for let His Excellency declare that.
And there are more surprises.
No, not. No. I don't tell you how to say. The proposal is the law divide Western Rural District into 3 and Freetown into 2. I don't feel say anything
so
surprising.
5 new districts?
No, not a district. Now councils.
Councils.
There is still Western Urban. Now 1 district. There is still Western Rural. Now 1 district. But inside the district, you get 3 councils. Inside this other one, you get 2 councils.
But looking at the population, the figures then go get for come from where? Because up to now, statistics Sierra Leone they work now next year December, and the president I believe go get for do this proclamation before that time. How na get them figures here now for able for no say? We go able to divide this into 2 councils. We go able to divide it into 3 councils.
Those figures and they always don't exist from 2012. The excerpt I read.
But how you use 2012 for determine 2025 where the census go get for happen changes and don't happen within 2012 sorry to now in 2025 changes don't happen.
If the need not been there, as the former president recognized that in 2012, then the need not go there now, possibly. But if the need been there then, for say we can't divide Freetown. Would they create new localities? Would they create new boundaries? Would give them functional assignments? All that thing. At that time, look how many years ago. So in fact, with the late self, fellow would do that thing. Government now continuity.
So why would not be done prioritize them from 2018? Wona Kana government?
Because the focus right now is about reforms in governance, as His Excellency in 2nd term. It also is about reform in governance, both at national, central government level, and also at local government level. So when we do the realignment here, specifically geared towards restructuring and reforming governance for effectiveness.
So if in a continuity of waiting the then government when now they're in opposition, we strongly they criticize this. In fact, in the press release, quotes and unquotes, and call it reckless decision. Why you feel say then strongly they criticize this decision? Pansonti when not then been start, or not just they continue, and because the SPP government believes a government is about continuity.
Well, that question they can for them, because clearly now make well start this thing. Our states say we don't need to be hypocrites. What is good for the geese should be good for the gander. If it been good then, it should be good now. Again, I tell God thank you, say, we are a very responsible government. You see, some of them schoolboy way then they for attack within governance depang. You call her reckless. It's unfortunate because clearly you expect a constructive opposition for come out with reasons why then they feel say this for happen. Then they go all about the place, making arguments. We're not substantial. This is about the future. We are planning for the future. Give you the argument say it's illegal. I tell God thank you, say some of them people then they not will ever be me lawyer. Because if we team up na court safe, they beat them, even though me not a lawyer, when you bring the arguments out. Because if you are a professional, there is need for you to look at research things then. Before you they just go inside a cupboard and decide say they come out with statements where they incite. What are you inciting people for? For let them come out for waiting because they say then they redistrict. Of course it is. Of course it is.
Why you feel so
because we are going through legal processes. Government will engage all the gear them will need for undertake. They either go say we'll stand against this or we'll bring people there out. Come on, let's talk about feed saloon. Let's join people that will go farm. Let's feed the people that of saloon. It is not all about negativity. This is about moving Salone forward as Salone. And clearly, when reforms then they come, we not can reverse the reforms the way them in non do. We are doing things where before say for continue because that's so government for day. Otherwise, we will always get set back. Where this come, it do negatively. This person do it itself. Since 2004, local governance done day. Would they move? Even at one point, I think 19 councils them in day. Till we come to 22. They will move on forward. Because as the population they increase, nobody know tell me say the population not increase from 2004. The population they increase, the complexity of the geographical area where people then they live, access to amenities and all that kind of thing then they will need for. Bring people then come together and for make sure so we create localities. I believe so we do this. We'll try to do this now, and probably it's not going to be the end. If other governments then go kind of feature, they look at them, they review, and then say what's best in a workable situation in Salone. Now the same thing they go do, but we're in governance, and people elected His Excellency the President to make decisions about what is good for Salone. And so far, an officer don't put his footstep bad at all.
You just described the opposition and stance where they make through the press release. Say na incitement. What do you feel say they miss in all of this decision where you don't propose to cabinet, they wait for His Excellency approval and make the proclamation? What is the main opposition missing in all of this?
Well, what they miss is that they do then work very well because they're hasty. When you hasty, you get ill-considered things the way they come out. If you have to bring the argument out, even if you take out, you can't go to A-level people there. Then we will argue where they don't do research, then don't say whatever. Then we'll tell you, say, please don't be a hypocrite. Because to me, you see, this is a solid rock, solid foundation where they start from. For say this not to we want to get more. Now we all get on. Una be not say, una no ibu doan, we don't say, we the doan. So clearly, let's move it forward by engaging, and we they engage, and at the talk and say, no sign no day. If you ask, if you even get for take any opinion pool inside Freetown, you take opinion pool at the east end of Freetown, people then go tell you say, they want their own council. We then go they closer to, we go understand their own needs them better, and all than the council then at the west. When you go over from Upgon going towards the other end, you need a different entity. Now the area then they will go look at the priorities of them people then they, and the priorities are always different. So we are not doing this spitefully. We do this for effective governance and a governance reform. So me they ask say, let's not be jittery. Really the appeal say, let we think and through for the sake of Mama Salone, allow join together for law we make sure say government do the work where they elect government for.
How does they address the outstanding issues of functions we're supposed to be devolved to councils them where the ministry still hold on to, because there's this outstanding issue of building permits, for example, where council always on the crisis, the city is congested because this function is supposed to be devolved, but up till now there is a hold on to it. How would they address some of the issues here?
Mabel, it's a very good question. Since 2004, what do you mean they happen in local governance is that, yes, there was pronouncement as to what functions are devolved to local councils. Them functions, then they are largely devolved, but you know, feel like how it is in other country there. We own form of local governance a little bit different. Now, government come in, government come, then they hesitate with regards to the fiscal decentralization. And when we talk about the fiscal decentralization, the functions the way they do are mainly about what resources the local governance get and whose kind of resources central government gets. Now, last year, we able to develop the fiscal decentralization policy, first of its kind. Ministry of Finance, we all work together with partners. Very good policy. Now we try for unbundle. And when you talk about unbundling, we look at what functions them central government get, which functions them local government get, and which one are the concurrent functions. So that it's very clear to everybody. Say, oh, this function, now local government get and this function. And then from there, we start thinking about assets. Because I saw them do that in other country then. They take stock of assets, which one for go to council, which one central government gets, and all that thing. So with a move, even though the pace looks like say slow. Previously, the 1991 constitution not been get local government in there. It don't get at all. The instrument will make local government come in at 2004, then now 2022. But now, with the new constitutional review where they go on, and based on the recommendation of the TRC and all them people there will be a local government chapter. And the recommendation is that it becomes an entrenched clause. All that work they go on, so that local governance, if they move, just like the way we want for move them as a country. We get some way for go yet in terms of other country then, but we are moving in the right direction. And that direction they really, now for possibly increase the autonomy of local councils, and for also ensure say local councils are more empowered to generate their revenue. But I tell you say, a lot of the time, what really the poor local governance na politics. Instead of you thinking service delivery, you're thinking about politics. Because the main essence of local governance, the politics just they follow, make sure so we get councillors, we get mayors. But when that they don't done, when I get for some control, seek government policy and put government policy in place and follow government policy. Not to become opposition to government too. That is not the way local governance works. Everywhere in the world, government get them priorities, they establish those priorities. Of course, you got your local priorities. But when it comes to national issues, local councils would always try for make sure say they support government, the government of the day, no matter what color you have or what shade, for make sure say government succeed.
All right, Sister Minister, continue for the with we at the studio. You get so many messages that we don't come for you. Lord, try for bring you some of the messages. Then they you go try for address some of the issues them we don't come up. This one where I go first read now from YouTube. George Owele say, the precedents you guys are setting in this country will haunt you once again. It seems as you guys, SLPP, learned from the mistakes from Sir Albert Magai.
All right, we look at messages. This one from the Facebook page. Abdul Sise say the SLPP has already made a decision on the issue of boundary limitation. Nothing will change it regardless.
Abubakar Sidianke Kanu na YouTube, they say, Mr. Local Government Minister, una push census say una no get funding. How una go able get funding for the establishment of new boundaries? One way not to be in time for census, una go all out for Dwam.
Dauda Tarawale na the Facebook, he say all waiting SLPP been they oppose when in opposition, and then they do so now. How this country go ever go before do me or do you?
Abdullah Lukule, they say, Honorable Minister, could you please clarify how soon the creation of the new district will take place?
Igumana Williams say, Mr. Minister, make sure that Bandajuma headquarter base at Zimi town because Bandajuma does not have that landscape.
The two districts EBK created were neglected by both governments, and now for political reasons, you guys are coming to create another just for political reason. Votes in your region.
Lolo Gasparini say the APC seems to be the only opposition political party in the world that criticizes every policy the government proposes, no matter what it is.
Abubakar Kamara, they say a new city needs a lot of facilities like roads, light, and transportation system. How soon do you think this facility will be?
Mohammed Conte say, Mr. Minister, if your government is planning of redistricting because of winning an election, remember that the previous government did the same thing in order to win an election, but they lost the previous election. There are many important issues the cabinet should address. The only thing on talking about redistricting, every single Sierra Leonean goes to Freetown for passports. Why redistricting?
Decentralization is good news, but be more realistic that it's not going to be like just walking to the park. The second city needs a lot of work. How soon this city will be established?
Sandy Rogers say, Mr. Minister, the district that were created in the past administration are still struggling with basic social amenities like good roads, water, health care facilities, among others. In your estimation, I think improving on the aforementioned existing district is more prudent than creating more expenditures, as you rightly mentioned.
My question is, how big is Sierra Leone before talking about creating new districts or cities? Mr. Minister, before creating new ones, we need Yenga back from the Guinean. This shows how responsible the government is.
This one from Macmillan Timothy Carter. He said, Mr. Minister, you mentioned this initiative aligns with the past speech by former President Ernest Koroma. Can you explain how this government is continuing that vision and what has changed since then in light of today's economic hardship? Why prioritize implementing a plan conceived years ago when citizens now face different, more urgent challenges? How does the government ensure this move is not just political symbolism or continuity for the sake of it, but a real solution to current suffering like joblessness and poverty?
Mr. Minister, what approach will you adopt to deal with land issues, particularly when individual or family properties, including land, fall within the boundaries of both districts without any issue?
Dauda Tarali kindly ask the minister waiting make the door divide Ronita from Tonkolili. Now because it is near the opposition stronghold.
All right, the final one for now, where I go take. They come up from Prince King. It says Freetown is highly congested. Minister Lamina, I even thought you guys were suggesting congestion charge in entering the CBD of Freetown to enter PZ from St. John.
And again, they say historically in Sierra Leone, the creation of new districts or administrative boundaries has often been viewed through a political lens, used by ruling parties to strengthen regional influence or secure electoral support. So the people, especially in struggling communities, such moves can appear disconnected from their immediate needs, raising skepticism about whether the decision truly deserves development or political strategy.
All right, from the messages then there, would they can out to the minister for response, Mr. Minister?
Thank you very much, and I want to thank the viewers and the listeners for the comment. I believe say anybody really taking time for listen, definitely they think positively about Saloon, and I want to reassure with viewers there again, just like our start. For say, waiting with the do, of course, people then go raise eyebrows, say, oh, this the arguments that when they come out. We don't listen to all the argument and they, but it's very clear, say, waiting, people then the negative things, people then they talk about this establishment of localities, not to waiting we want for do. People that talk about funding and resources, and they say any government need for plan, and you will mobilize resources, and you will continue to mobilize resources for make sure say the various amenities them wherever you establish a city, a locality, for long or try for achieve them. We'll not go get stuck in the past for say. Because we'll not get resources, so we'll not be able to do, we'll not get money right now, we'll not be able to do nothing. Now that make Boku other nations there, especially in the West, not to foresee them get all they are endowed and get all the resources, but then plan and mobilize resources. And frankly, the more the private sector will try to encourage the private sector for coming and then see positive atmosphere for letting themselves raise profit, the more they will assist government for some of the amenities that we will talk about so in other areas, whether it is a form of electricity, whether it's hospitals or various other sort. So there is hope. We're not going to Saloon, we're not get hope. Say, and because we feel we not get resources right now, or whatever it is, that we not go plan ahead. For things that we want to achieve. We didn't know yourself. Imagine say, well, I want to buy a motor car. I not get money, but you begin save for that motor car. The 3 years before buy. You not get bike, you go begin save 3 years before achieve that. So you first set the objective, and we say you want to go and work towards them. Somebody they talk say when the district business, we don't go out right now. We say we engage. We're engaging with people. Up and down, especially in the areas that will be affected. We engage and listen to the people, and following that, we'll come back, we can report and see, inform the president of the engagement they will don't get. There will be a report to that effect, and following that, the president hopefully will make a proclamation. We will lay in a parliament, and parliament have go look at them. Political is an argument go always there. The argument go always there. We live in a political world. At the end of the day, most governance structures are manned by politicians. But me want to say, to this extent, there must be some element of trust in terms of the genuineness of people. This is really about bringing the people closer to their own local governance structure, bringing the people closer to decision making and establishing their own priorities for that particular locality day, for effective service delivery. Facilities na Lungi not been done so like I did so right now. You know, at the talk say, usually you can't reach the airport. Most times you go board the boat and come back. But when I spent a whole day in Lungi, looking at Lungi is, I tell you, it's coming up. And clearly, that's not progress. It not been done so, but it don't move. Most of the things that people in the cry about saying they not get time and whatever, they will come. Don't have the determination and human resilience for make sure say things that happen. For winning elections, no, that's not the objective. For saying that for we win election, this is not for localities and establishment of localities for effective service delivery. It's a cities and the struggle. If you say what would they do so right now for make sure say we lessen the burden and for make sure say they're able to work more effectively. The challenge right now, based on the fact say they're not able to mobilize the revenues because of how large the entity they, and sometimes they're not even closer to the people for even motivate them to make sure that they pay what is necessary into their own budget in order for let them bring the services the way they need in another area there. This is progress in terms of where say somebody else been tell me say why you know go create Kisibendu district. Everybody wants your own district. That is actually they tell you say people are yearning to come closer and get governance closer to them. Government will continue for look at all other areas for see what is necessary in terms of waiting to make sure say progress. But you don't wait till you able chew now you go bite on. You know go pull up your mouth now they choke yourself. So at the end of the day what we got to do is make sure say the one that we're able to do within the time space now we already don't prescribe. So I want to thank you to the listeners. First, somebody may talk about congestion charge. Na Freetown. Well, that's really the conversation where it would be say the Freetown City Council or whichever council and that of central government, and we'll get that conversation there. But clearly we know. Yes.
In as much as you say you engage for ensure say by the time where His Excellency go don't go through your proposal and ready for do the proclamation, it go be a safe landing. How you go bring together all views for let them see reason say this is just something we are continuing with and we feel say it is appropriate now for doing. Well,
Khadija, I believe say even why don't they engage within the past 2 days from the term Namoyamba, the arguments are quite convincing, and Sierra Leoneans are not irrational. Yes, we go get arguments say somebody goes say this is not for politics, but when you actually talk to them, I believe so we will bring the people on board and along the process so that we all go there together and support this process.
What impact the engagements will get for make towards the proclamation in terms of changes? It gets any impact on the proclamation the president will get for make room there for that?
Well, they listen to views. They listen to views and they listen to opinions as we move along. And I believe they go shape up the final thing they will get for do. So we're listening government.
How soon the public for expect say this proclamation will be happen and reach na parliament to the MP then? Because when it reach na parliament, it get for start a whole lot of debate again. Because the same thing happened around 2007. We see how by then it is stuck in parliament for a while because the opposition by then will resist this particular decision.
Well, how soon the proclamation, we want for just engage and try for complete that engagement day. We don't do on the road now. Hopefully within the next month we don't complete that engagement we want for do. I'm not going to put time in on when presidential proclamation will come because obviously that's at the discretion of the president. But following that, due process will follow. And that really I'm not getting much control over that.
Apart from the politician, the politician them, we not just the opposition or the first form, civil society themselves, na key player in governance. how you plan for bring them on board, because we get civil society organizations them where they work around issues we get for do with development, where they are concerned as well from where this pronouncements being come out somewhere back from you.
We will engage. And we will engage and follow all work together for make sure say what we're doing is positive for Salone.
All right. Many thanks, Mr. Minister. Will you join me this morning? Can provide insight for viewers them, for let them know the reason them will be inform you say you need for put together a proposal and send them to His Excellency the President for a approval, and hopefully if he approve them, he will do the proclamation very soon as to which you say. We'll continue for engage you in case anything new come up from this, and so that we'll provide a platform for let you inform and educate the viewers. Then it'll be a pleasure for get you this morning.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you to the viewers. Once more, I need for compliment. I will not do that before we day on the people that they watch me. You have a beautiful office, very conducive. And it will always be a pleasure for our come back. Thank you very much, Relunians, and thank you for engaging this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. We join me this morning. We're that and the Minister of Local Government and Community Affairs in Tamba Lamina. He'll be there with you this morning for can talk about the pronouncement where he'll be making a more say government they plan for create new district and city them, especially in the western area rural. Well, you don't give now all the reason them will make you feel say this supposed for happen, and according to and this not just a continuity we then take over governments and we meet this already from the previous government, but then go continue for engage for ensure say this come to pass. Well, now the breakfast show they left you for today. Many thanks to the production team, Musa Saokoma, Dennis Kamara, so Samuel Thomas, and then give support to the production team for let this edition meet you. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a blessed day.
And remember, say throughout the day, now we different platform them, we go for the guna different content, and so continue for watch Liberty Online TV. Until we meet again, Mabel Kabade, so get a good day and goodbye.
Develop city, then clean, all clean city, develop.
This is Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown, and today I want to talk to Freetonians about sanitation. We objective, transform Freetown, transforming lives. We not go able to achieve them if we all not join hands. Freetown City Council get role, but every Freetonian also get responsibility. Let we start first with the fact say FCC with the sweep 110 major streets every single morning from Monday to Saturday. But when we don't sweep the streets, if Freetonians then come and they continue for heap dirty in the street, in order to make the place look fine. Now make we get them litter bins them. The yellow bins we wanna go see around. So in the waka, you drink from your water bottle, your water plastic, you eat your packets on tin, not even a ground where you done. Make sure say you put on one of them bins then they. That litter bin they, in order for you host dirty. You know mean say if you pack you host dirty, you can pin her next to the bins them. Not to the idea that. Not give you host dirty to them one way the Allah say clean salon, clean salon. No say that dirty way they collect now you host. In order for Karango, now the one of the two official sites. In order Karango Kisi Bome, in order Karango King Tom Bome. It turns so it left on the ground. And now we council get a problem, but you said get a problem because now from somebody else in Domot, your own dirty don't end up. So what you for do with your host dirty? We get the one then a council where we don't certify, say then approved waste providers. Then they on tricycles, some of them they a vehicle. You will get host, you will get business, you in a hospital, institution, everybody for make sure say their waste collected by an approved FCC waste collector. We get the tricycle groups, We get the companies. So you go see them around. We engage with them on a regular basis. And wait till we go do now as we come into this new year. Now for make sure say FCC stand behind them for you for no side and day and for let them self go to you so that we no go get that gap. When you eat dirty in a gutter, it end up na Lumley Beach, Toke Beach. All the tourism ambition where we get for the city, we lost that potential there. FCC, they spend boku money pan dirty business. The fuel, the labor, the vehicle maintenance, the spare parts, the night operations, the illegal dump site clearing where we get for the do every now and then. All that boku money. I'm not gonna say we're not gonna spend anything, but we're going to reduce some. If Freetonians then do the right thing. Because we're not gonna get for go clear illegal dump sites. We're not gonna get for sweep as many streets and spend as long. So if we reduce that money we spend now on dirty business, we go able put some on development. We all want for improving municipal schools. We want improving markets them. We want for let we see new developments at the city. That money we will use for dirty business. You and while we all make up we mind. Pay.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.